Economy this year. I mean, there does seem to be this growing expectation in recent days, recent weeks, that at least by the second half of the year, we could have economic growth that's much stronger than perhaps had been anticipated. So that's on the one hand. On the other hand, we are seeing this slower than expected rollout and distribution of vaccines. The data right now is not so great. We have these COVID variants coming out as well. I mean, how do you see, what is your outlook for this year, and how much of that will actually be dictated by the policy of the people like Yellen that we were so focused in on today?
Well, the macroeconomic data certainly suggests that ever since we reduced the restrictions, eliminated the restrictions for severe lockdowns, we've had a V-shaped recovery. And as long as we don't go to those kind of extreme restrictions that we had in March and April, it looks to me as though a lot of us have learned to live with the virus, work around it, study around it, and keep our lives going. It just doesn't seem to make any sense. But when you look at the actual macro data, it's been really phenomenal. In some ways, I think what we are dealing with here is not the old adage, don't fight the Fed. It's the new adage, don't fight T-Fed. You might as well put the Treasury and the Fed in the same building. It's a consolidated statement now, and they're working very hard to basically give us what some economists call modern monetary theory. I call it modern monetary theory on steroids and speed. It's just extraordinary.
Wow. Lee, I want to get your thoughts on that, especially given the fact that, and I realize at least in the near term, we seem to be pretty oversold and ripe for a bounce, but your take on the dollar and just the weakening in general we've seen in the midst of all of this stimulus.
Yeah, I mean, we see the dollar weakening, but as a financial advisor, I look for the opportunity in the situation. And so with clients, as we're having these discussions, to me, it presents an opportunity to say, hey, listen, we've got a weaker dollar, so maybe let's overweight the portfolio some globally, because, again, we're expecting global expansion this year. And so that means there's just going to be some opportunities, and no pun intended, but it allows us to get a little bit bigger bang for our buck with the weakening dollar.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.